Hey, what is up? And in this one we are going to wrestle with a Titan. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to try and recreate one of Bob Ross's famous paintings inside VR. And I kind of want to prove that this idea of painting that he popularized can be applied to other mediums and possibly future mediums. So let's start right away. There is no fat on this video, or should I say oil. Get it? Because Bob Ross paints with oil paints. Let's start painting. So inside Gravity Sketch here, this is my easel, and I'm going to try and create the picture so that it looks good from the angle you're seeing it. So okay, I got my Bob Ross instructional video. Let's start this epic journey. Got almost like a trap beat.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross. I'd like to welcome you to The Joy of Painting. On this tape, we will paint a picture which has never been seen on the Joy of Painting television series.
Okay, now come on. Never. I think I've seen this picture before.
Think of this tape as a private lesson in my studio, and I've reserved this front row seat just for you.
That's such a nice thing to say. Think of this video as a private invitation into this one-room apartment. Really, knock yourself out. Make yourself at home.
First of all, the main two brushes that we'll use. We have here a 2-inch and a 1-inch natural bristle brush.
Other things we will use: a tall glass of jug.
We'll use 2 different knives. We have a number 10 knife, which is the larger of the two.
The Infinity Gauntlet, yeah? You know what I'm saying?
We'll be using fan brush. This is a number 6 fan brush right here.
All the Exodia cards. This is a real... Oh, no.
And we'll get started here today. As we mentioned earlier, normally the first thing we always do is cover the entire canvas with a thin, even coat of the liquid white. White, about like so. And we can go right up here and begin covering the canvas. Shake off the excess, then tell you what, let's make a happy little sky. And for that, I'm gonna go right into a touch of phthalo blue. Just a little bit, just pull a little bit of the color out.
Let's see if I can get the kind of the same tone that he has. That should work. Okay, let's continue.
The corner of the brush and just make tiny little circles. Tiny little circles, round and around and around.
How are we gonna do the clouds, man? Clouds are difficult in 3D because soft things are always harder to make with triangles than hard things, than pointy triangle things. I'm gonna choose a little bluish white. Like this, and then we're just gonna create a cloud. Like so. Make this cloud flare out a little. Now we're going to make it pure white and add just a little bit of highlight that he's going to do by blending the colors.
Just fluff it.
But unfortunately we have to do it this way because we don't have oil paints in here.
Decide where your cloud lives. Maybe he lives right in here.
My cloud lives here. Let's make one more cloud so that we have a little bit of diversity in here. Let's make this bigger. This cloud is huge. This cloud is huge, man. What the heck? Let's place it there.
Okay, pull the paint out as flat as you can get it. Just really mash down hard. Then take your knife and cut across. See there? Get that little roll of paint. This knife has a straight edge on it.
Oh, so he changed to the knife, and we're going to also change our tools. We're going to the volume tool and hit low poly.
Yeah, I got to make a big decision here. Maybe he lives right here. Just floats around in the clouds. Push very firmly.
Okay, so now let's try and make this mountain shape. Like so. And let's duplicate this Okay, more mountains, more shapes.
Maybe there's some snow on that little mountain, so we can take some titanium white.
So now this is my favorite part of any BobRoss video, where he just puts in the highlights or snow onto the mountains and it looks immediately good.
Take the point of the knife, put it right up at the top of the mountain. No pressure. Just let it float.
Oh! That fade. Did you see that fade? So let's try this. We gotta do this from down here. No pressure. Let's add these snowy stripes. And we can really get a similar effect, and it already looks like a mountain, I think.
Put a shadow behind this one first. Just a little tiny shadow. Then a shadow here. Let it come down. Distinctly through. See there? Distinctly through.
This is only realistic that he paints that blue. And that is one of these tricks that BobRoss knows, but he never tells you that. He always just tells you, make this color because it looks good. But the reason why it looks good, and I think, and I'm sure that he is aware of that, is because the sky reflects into the shadow area of the snow. So I think we have it maybe a little bit more here on this side.
Maybe let's start right in here. Maybe just using the corner of the brush. Maybe they just come right down. Here they come.
In order to make this effect now, we're going to do the same thing, use the same brush. And this grayish, this is almost gray, really light gray. And just make these strokes. Like this is almost enough to create a pattern. So we don't need to actually paint everything, we just copy this pattern, give it some overlap, and then we can actually have this effect right away. So let's group this. Okay, so our tree line, like this, yeah.
Maybe this comes right on down. You just sort of have to make a big decision and decide where it lives.
The second row is just the same thing basically, but darker. So let's just do exactly that. So this is pretty fast. As you can see, we're just copy and pasting different elements. We're doing future stuff here. Future is always getting faster.
And you can begin dropping in all kinds of just happy little distant trees.
Okay, so now let's create these trees. These small trees here. So let's copy that. And now if I group them, I can just put them where I want, you know? This is my world. Bob said that, not me.
This is your world, your creation.
It's his fault if I make poor decisions in this painting.
Then sharpen it, just like you would a knife. Okay, look at how sharp it is. Boy, that son of a gun is just, you could shave with it. And begin pushing, making the bristles bend slightly downward. See there?
Now Bob is going to make his classic tree, but we can make a tree like just wiggling our brush like that. I mean, we could, but this would be really flat. And so I want to show you a little technique. Grab a really dark green, and now we're going to make one branch, okay? Like this. Then we're going to make our tiny branches sprout out from this main branch like this. I'm doing this two-handed for extra precision. And now what we're going to do, we're going to actually create a 3D tree. Boom, boom, boom. A tree has 5 of these usually. This is the Fibonacci rule, because the branches of a tree always disalign. Every branch gets light as it comes down through the branches. This is science here. Now we're going to just make the top with a couple of strokes like this, and also give him some highlights so that it doesn't look, oh, whoa. And that's when I realized that this little tree I just created was slowing down the whole scene. So from now on you see a little bit of a lag in the video, but yeah, just to warn you guys. Let's group this son of a gun, and now let's plant him in there. Okay.
Okay, you have to make some decisions now. Where does this live? Let's say it comes right out here. Right out here, like so.
The land mass is going to be really dark, almost black in a way. Now we're going to make our brush really big and just paint with these big strokes.
I want to highlight these big evergreens using just the corner of the brush. Just sneak in here.
We did that already. We're miles ahead of this, Bob.
Maybe right in here now. It's a happy little bush it lives. Right there. Very little pressure.
Oh, the bushes. The bushes are almost my favorite thing because they're so easy. Make some strokes like these. Create one bush. As always, group it. Boom. And just put him everywhere we want. And let's make a darker one. It kind of peeks through here.
Paint thinner. And right into the bright red. And now we'll do the most important part of the painting.
The most important part, of course, signing the painting. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And we're going to do the same here digitally, of course. A little prominent here, but yeah, I really like it, I think. I think it's cool to look at. There's kind of a parallax 3D effect, almost like a paper theater. And yeah, hope you like this video. Subscribe. This is really something that took a lot of work for me. And I see you in the future. Till then, happy painting.